Hey, welcome back everyone, Toys is here, and I'm back yet again with yet another Spawn video. It's been a while since we've looked at Spawn, ever since, the last wave of their Ultra action figures for Spawn's universe. But today we got an early look at the brand new McFarlane Toys 3-inch Page Punchers line for Spawn, which is pretty cool, featuring that #1 comic book and 2 figures. Which, if we're just kind of going off said comic book, that's not the correct Spawn suit. And Redeemer, well, he wasn't really in that, except for Jason Wynn being in it for a brief little cameo. The backside, nothing much going on. However, it does really remind me of the 90s with all the old Spawn clamshells. Here's the barcode as well for when they start to hit toy shelves. I will put pre-order links down in the description below. Hey, thanks for using links. They'll help the channel to grow. So, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is an early advance look at the brand new McFarlane Toys 3-inch Page Punchers line featuring Spawn. And while I got all you necroplasms here, I just want to say thanks so much for always checking out my Spawn videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Old toys, new toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like. So, we're just going to jump right into it. We'll take everything out of that old clamshell. You can reuse it. I wasn't able to save it. I completely botched taking off a few pieces of tape. I ruined the packaging. But if you go easy, you can definitely save it. Now, you do get a reprint of issue 1 of the original Spawn, right? Very cool. Love the artwork. Nice pops. The backside is very cool. It has old-fashioned-y type ads for action figures. You see all the glorious artwork. I say the little inserts. But yeah, it's very much just a reprint of issue 1 with a couple new little tidbits like this right here. You're welcome in advance. Here's a little 15% off your McFarlane store purchase. Use Punch15. There you go. So you can go order that Robin or Mr. Freeze. Wink, wink. Now, something I didn't know that they were going to be including, it's a stand. It says Spawn right there. It's plastic. You insert the comic book in the back. It's 2 pieces. Pretty self-explanatory. It's all flat black. These 2 pieces just kind of Lego together right there. And you have not only just a base, but the stand for the comic. And I really like that. Now, with the first figure, they're calling it Anti-Spawn, which isn't, he's the Redeemer. That's how I know this version. He's cool looking. You can call him whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But nice colors overall and nice paint. For a small little 3-inch figure, they nailed it. Unfortunately, though, I wish they had pegs on the bottom. I'll show you the reason when we look at Spawn. But nice articulation for these types of figures. You got it in the waist, the legs, the arms, and, of course, the head. The arms kind of go off to the side. They'll go out. The legs just kind of go off to the front. Not so much the back, but you get the idea. Simplicity. Now, with Spawn himself, that is a little bit of a mixture of looks, to be honest with you. He doesn't have the boot, which I think a lot of people are going to like. He's kind of got the old-fashioned-y issue 1 cape, so to speak. He does not have the issue 1 suit, that's for sure. So it's kind of like a mishmash of things, the same exact articulation as the Redeemer. The head, the eyes are painted green, that's nice. It kind of looks like the movie Spawn a little bit too in the face, right? Twist at the waist. Yes, I would have loved real chains. How would they do that? Who knows? This right here is a complete little chintzy move right here. They should have painted the pouches. Come on. Now it looks weird. The legs can kind of go out. They kind of get hindered by the plastic chains. The arms will go off to the side. The paint that's there, it is painted nice. So no problems there. The cape is nice. Everything looks good. He does not stand at all. Like on his own, we'll just say. Once you put him on the stand, I'll show you all that. But the cape is entirely too heavy. You can't get his... I've tried everything. If you can get him to stand, good on you. So, it takes said stand, which, again, I kind of wish had little pegs on it. I think that would have been awesome. You put the figures on there, and then you slip the comic book in the back, and that is a gorgeous presentation. I give it to him all day. That's a nice little centerpiece for the collection. Right at the front, that's killer. I absolutely love that. If they can do a few more figures like Spawn in the classic suit, something along those lines would be even better. I'm going to tell you, though, get yourself a baggie and a board because it fits a whole heck of a lot better and it stays a lot more sturdy. You don't want to put it in there without a bag and a board. It'll ruin the comic book. But again, just to kind of show you some scalature here, you have the more recent modern Spawn, and you have the old-fashioned Redeemer. This is the white version of Anti-Spawn, the Redeemer. So you get the idea. For this version of Page Puncher's Redeemer, let's get that going in the 7-inch scale. You can see the difference between Spawn, no boot. They're tiny itty-bitty figures. You get it by now. Now, this is not the first time they've done smaller Spawn figures. I don't have the blind box ones, however, I do have this figure, which was part of the Spawn versus Urizen box set, which I totally have a video on if you want to go ahead and check that out. But you can see he's a little bit smaller, and powers would be nice, right? Now, in terms of Malbolgia and then scaling him with larger type figures, which would technically work with these scale of 3-inch figures, totally works. Malbolgia, the original one, that looks awesome.
That is the bargain. Lead my army.
My voice is shot now after that one, but you could also use Cyber Violator, which can also hold Spawn. Maybe a little team up between Spawn and the Anti-Spawn, the Redeemer. Not going off the SNES game, you know what I mean? Man, he was a son of a gun in that game, right? But you can totally bite this. Super Deluxe Violator from the old McFarlane Toys Spawn line. Well, Spawn will fit right in his mouth. That's very cool. Again, these are a lot of fun for the bigger type characters. So in the terms of the presentation and the look and everything else, scale-wise, they're not going to fit with every little thing. But the big old demons and monsters, yeah, totally dig them. These are a lot of fun. But what I really like is if you take a Spawn versus Batman comic that may have just came out, and you use the Page Puncher's Batman and this Page Puncher's Spawn. I love that. It's a DIY that they didn't do, right? Why didn't they do a Spawn versus Batman? Who knows, WB? But, you know, it's cool to see smaller versions of the larger characters that we all collect. I kind of do like this Spawn a little bit better, even though they don't match the character designs from the recent comic. But still, it's quite a lot of fun to display this. Also, keep in mind, this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive of the Spawn Batman comic. It does not fit. It's entirely too thick. So the thinner the comic, the better this will fit in the standee. So that will wrap it up for my early look at the brand new McFarlane Toys 3-inch Page Punchers featuring Spawn versus the Anti-Spawn or the Redeemer. And thank you again to McFarlane Toys for sending these out to give you guys these early fresh looks. And thank you to everyone who watched my videos all throughout this week. We took a look at DC Multiverse, we got some Spawn, and I do hope that the videos did aid you in deciding whether or not you'd like to pick these products up. So, you've heard my thoughts. Now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything 3-inch Spawn Page Punchers. Which characters would you like to see them do next? Keep in mind, there's also Gunslinger and the Plague Spawn. You can pre-order those as well. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, have a fantastic weekend. Live it up, do something awesome, and when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.